Winter coat, yeah. The winter coat kept the chill from my skin as I walked through a twilight street-lit central London. It was London, but a quieter, emptier one. And despite wearing such a large coat, being alone in what's usually one of the busiest streets in the world, it started to get a little cold. I had left the beginning of an after party, a place where the conversations no longer seemed to suit me. I remember it dawning that this was a reoccurring case, though this was the earliest I had left such a place. And I swigged from a small bottle of scotch. Only for myself I had bought, to hoping to drink the whole thing in a night without giving a second thought to my sobriety or dip in the road ahead. But while crossing that road, I stumbled and fell, twisted my ankle. Needless to say, 2009 hadn't started too well. After being fed up of waiting for any cars to drive by, and failing to see any stars in London's sky, I decided to get up and walk on, although it was now done with a limp. Then shown to me that night was the only soul I would see. Of course, on my central London journey, I'd passed others, but souls were no longer with these people. Sold to the bottles and to the needle and things I'll hopefully never know or comprehend. Then again, on a night like this, I could almost understand. She too was alone, and notably without a coat of her own. But her hair was up and her dress had sequins. She sat on a step leading into a Pret. I was thinking about her back on that glass and how cold glass can get. Now, I'm not one for talking to strangers, but at this moment, not talking seemed stranger. "Are you cold?" I asked her. She looked up and her eyes connected with mine, and something instantly inside of me straightened my spine. It took her about 4 seconds to reply, but there was no awkwardness. Those seconds just flew by. Now keep in mind what you would do if you saw a Scotch-smelling, desperate-looking, limping 19-year-old staring at you. But despite the reaction feared, she could see she was the same as me. Or maybe it was a Scotch poking out from my pocket. But either way, she nodded, and I sat and sighed as I lay by her side. "Do you want my jacket?" I asked her. I don't know why I called it my jacket. It was my winter coat, and I was really cold. But as much as I liked it on me, I couldn't help but prefer to want to see it on her. I offered scotch, and she swigged like a pro. She apologised for having nothing to offer, though she had clearly forgot she offered me the Pret Stair Central London hotspot. We laughed and exchanged names and trivial tales, stories that rambled and availed to really nothing, but we were both laughing, so I guess it meant something. I was in a moment where I was no longer in my own moment, but it was instead together. No need to con or want her to be with me forever, because there was no future and there was no past. It was a moment in time made exclusively for us. It was an hour around 4 and I'd managed to get the coat on her. We spent the night huddled together, woken at around 7:30 by a disgruntled Pret employee. He thought we were drug addicts or hobos or something. Either way, he didn't want anything to do with me. I walked her to Holborn train station. The winter coat I convinced her to keep. To this day, I'm happy she has it. Over that decision, I've never lost sleep. She gave me a number, but I don't think I could ever call her. For in that time, we were the only souls on a cold, twilight, street-lit central London, and we were both so desperate for someone to lean on. And one night together was all we needed, to face our day-to-day lives again and not feel defeated. Maybe when a cold winter comes and I'm in need of a friend, I'll look for my winter coat and we can see each other once again. Cheers.
Sorry, I stumbled a lot.
Okay, so essentially, I was a bit paranoid about wearing this hat because I haven't worn it outside before, and I like it. I wear it inside, and I thought today I will. I didn't think about getting filmed, but I'm not. I like it, and I know it's a bit, I don't know, but I feel like I'm in Godfather. You know, Godfather 1. And then I thought the whole combination made look a bit funny, and I couldn't move my arms up too much because I thought it'd untuck my shirt. But it was okay, right? It was good, so that's it. Cheers.